I would reckon I have spent more days away from home than at home this year. Which sounds kind of glamorous, and depending on your standards, you could say that.
Oh yeah.
But the result is I've developed this habitual tendency to just leave. I'm still kind of figuring out if I consider it a problem or not. There's a campsite like 10 minutes away from my house, and more than a couple times this year, I've gotten restless and just gone there. Not even a proper camping trip, just fulfilling the need to be elsewhere. Sometimes friends will tag along, sometimes they won't, but I enjoy it every time. There's this very specific feeling of waking up in the morning, not knowing where you're gonna sleep that night. I don't know if I can call it a good feeling, but it's absolutely an addicting feeling. I wish it on more of us. The need to be elsewhere will pull me to the campsite close to my house, but sometimes it'll draw me even further out. When work and real life allow me to, I am always so excited to find myself in a place I'm not familiar with. So it's the end of winter here in Colorado, and there's a little bit of skiing left to be done. So I'm out camping with some friends. We're gonna do a little bit of skiing while we're out here, and it's gonna be a good time. There's this popular, albeit cliche, way to describe a life that has to do with peaks and valleys. In said metaphor, the peaks are these happy, exciting, adventurous times. They're seen as the product of determination, hard work, and problem solving.
We seem to be doing something slightly wrong.
Then on the other hand, you've got the valleys. These are described as something you have to go through, but are ultimately meant to be escaped. As someone that is extremely fond of mountains, I used to like this metaphor a lot. But the more time I spend in the actual mountains, the more I realize it's kind of a sad way to look at things. Now don't get me wrong, the feeling of being at the summit is amazing, and it'll make you do crazy things. Like as a random example, you could be so happy to be at the top that you just make the dumbest joke ever.
Over there's Weehawken. You mean Yeehawken? I'm sure he doesn't watch any of this.
But as good as this feeling is, I have found in my own experience that the journey back to the valley can be every bit as enjoyable.
Things were so tough and my life was so brave.
If my time here is a mountain, I don't want the summit to be the only part I look forward to. If it's a sentence, I don't want to spend too much attention on the comma in the middle. Because I reckon I have spent more days away from home than at home this year. I've spent them on peaks, in valleys, and all the elevations in between. And if this need to be elsewhere turns out to be problematic in the long run, that's okay. At the very least, I can say that it taught me that no matter where I go to sleep, and no matter where I wake up, I am lucky to be anywhere at all.